Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to share with you our experiences regarding income generating, and I just want to create some bubbles in your mind at the end of this session. How can we collaborate and how can we disseminate these income generating varieties among the national societies? You know, we have 3 goals, 5 challenges, and 7 transformations in our strategy 2030. And one of the key transformations is, as Jamila and Francesco mentioned, is financing the future. Yes, we are working on financing the future, but we have to ask ourselves how we are financing the present. So if we look the picture and facts and figures according to UN OCHA regarding the previous year, the total humanitarian need was 25.2 billion US dollar, and 60% of that also IPAIL funded. And according to OCHA again, 135 million in need were in 2018. And according to these facts and figures, we left 52 million behind. So how we will reach our main goal, no one left behind? So I think if we assess not only the movement, the red movement, but all humanitarian sector, we stuck in same trap. Actually, the funds, the resources, mainly just short term. And mainly the funding crisis driven. Unfortunately, we have to say we are seeking crisis for getting money. It's not fair. Another trap is restricted funds for the thematic programs. Not for the capacity building, not for the contingency of the national societies. So how can we overcome these issues and escape from that trap? I believe that one of the root cause of the hypertension among the movement, because of we are competing for very small piece of cake. If we look the defense sector last year, 1.8 trillion US dollars. If we look at the cosmetic sector, $300 billion. Total humanitarian budget, NGOs, UN agencies, and the Red Movement, less than 100 billion. So how we can enlarge this cake? Ladies and gentlemen, since the establishment of the financing, modern financing, has never been so close to humanitarian sector. So now we are witnessing this third wave, which Jamila mentioned, impactful investment. Impactful investment. Having a business is not enough. Having a brand is not enough for a businessman or woman. For sustain its growth, you have to story. You have to story. You have to value to share the community as the private sector. Because of that, many enterprises, many companies investing social businesses and other social responsibility programs. And we are, as Turkish Red Crescent Kızılay, trying to ride this wave by our own structure. I will explain more. Actually, why did for riding this wave, surfing this wave, actually we started to change our organizational structure, business processes. Here you are, our current organizational structure. You can see, we have been proactive over a century for income generating businesses as Kızılay. We have companies, we have properties, we have our own income generating businesses. We have no zero income from the government. We are not asking government directly income from the budget, but what we are asking from the government, concessions, like VAT concessions, value-added tax concessions, or tax reduction for the donors, or allocating governmental properties for 49 years for free, just the humanitarian proposals. This is indirect support, and we are generating our income as well. You can see the picture. We have two governing boards. The one is belonging to our business enterprises, below our own national societies governing board, and I have two CEOs, one of them here. One CEO just thinking on how to get money, the others how to spend it. So we split these two business processes for sustainability, for long-term programming. We were giving fish to the needy. Then we changed our mind and we started to providing training to people how to catch fish. Just it was a trendy question or trendy affairs to teach people how to catch fish, but it is not enough nowadays because they need fishing line, bait, bucket, compass, or vessels for competing in the market. So you have to provide some contribution to the people for lifting them from the extreme poverty line to the moderate line than other categories. So we have to consider we are doing like this. Yes, we have to teach them how to catch fish, but we have to provide a space for how to catch fish. We have to protect all individuals, entrepreneurs in the market because they are vulnerable. They are refugees, they are extreme poverty people, the suffering in that line. So we have to protect them. In the meantime, during support them, we are generating money because their products have very advanced stories, social brand. It's easy to marketing in the competitive world. So we are trying to provide them some tools how to catch fish. I will explain. We recently initiated micro support participation private equity fund in our Kızılay holding company. We have asset management company for attracting investors for impactful investment and funds for creating impact during getting money. So we are providing them a tool. You can get money because we are offering more money for them. In the meantime, the sake of humanity, we are creating a value for the societies by using our own asset management tools. This is a simple value chain system. We just signed an agreement with the Islamic Development Bank and they pledged some certain money, and we signed an agreement with the UNDP and they pledged as well. And our Treasury, the Minister of Finance, also pledged money. This is not a grant. This is a kind loan to the needy people, zero interest. We are providing equity to the needy people, but it's not enough. You know the Muhammad Yunus Garamin model. He is criticizing himself as well. The Garamin model is sustainable suffering. You are providing some very small money to people setting up very, very small businesses. It's really difficult to scale up and grow their own businesses by this model. And it is not interest-free. It's with interest. So this model is the Sharia compliance model, and we have a consultancy group for engineering, designing for all value chain, like milk value chain, like honey value chain, or some other industrial or service business value chains. So we are starting to train people and protecting them, providing equity for setting up, for scaling up, for growing their own businesses. And you can see that this tekaful system is a kind of insurance, solidarity insurance system. This system ensuring all value chain for any kind of operational or financial risks. So we have collaboration with the private sector for commercializing their goods, and we have collaboration with the banks for getting and attracting more money. In the meantime, we have collaboration with the NGOs and grassroots level societies for fixing people, for assessing people and providing this opportunity. So it's not enough to create a value chain. You have to integration into the global value chain if you want to be in the future. So this is a challenge. This is a challenge, but it is an empowerment process. And we are doing, and we are getting very positive feedback from this system. In the meantime, we are generating money by our own businesses. We are creating impact for the societies, and in the meantime, we are lifting people from the extreme poverty to the moderate and the up line. So it is important to think on as the whole movement, not only whole movement, whole humanitarian landscape, to collaborate with the private sector with their own languages. We are not speaking same languages with the bank business also sector. So we have to provide our own eminent institution to them for attracting more funds. Jamila mentioned the green fund, green sukuk. Why we are not establishing the red sukuk and red fund bond? So we are capable and we can do this. Thank you very much.